Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our latest webinar. This week we are joined by Seun Odunubi, who is the Healthy Lifestyles Coach for the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham. So welcome, thank you for joining us. We're going to make a start now, so I will just share my screen so that we can see the slideshow that we will be working from. So here we go. So hopefully everyone can see the slideshow. So over to you, Seun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claire. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon, just like Claire has introduced me. So today we're going to be talking about sugar. This is the third in the series of the Health and Wellbeing program. Can I have the next slide? Okay. So our learning outcome today, we're going to be looking at the effect of sugar on the health and the teeth. We're going to be identifying different types of sugar and what name they go by. We're also going to be looking at how to be sugar smart by reading the Change for Life label reader when you go shopping, and tips on how to reduce your sugar intake. Okay. And before we go ahead, I'd quickly like to ask us a question. Is eating too much sugar good for us? Yes or no? It'll be nice to hear from you guys in the chat box. Is eating too much sugar, is it good for us? It'll be nice to hear. If you can just type in, we'll see. Okay. Charles says no. Okay. Someone says no. So you feel that eating too much sugar is not good for us. Just going to wait again to see. We might have more response. Okay. So everyone says no. Okay. So, and the honest truth is eating too much sugar is not good for us, because these are the side effects of eating too much sugar. So they make you hyperactive. You normally notice that when you give your children fizzy drinks, Cokes, or any other fizzy drinks, because of the sugar and the caffeine in there, you see them very hyperactive. They make us tired and grumpy. You know, you become very tired and also very grumbly. They cause a lot of tooth decay and gum disease. So what you also find out, I think in the last couple of years in the UK, research shows that 250,000 children actually had to remove their tooth under NHS. And these were tooth that shouldn't have been reduced, and this was due to them having excessive sugar. They lead to so many diseases these days. They lead to heart attack, type 1, type 2 diabetes, stroke. They also cause constant craving. You'll find out that each time you eat too much sugar, you know, you're not eating fruit or vegetable or food that will fill you up fuller for longer, you tend to crave constantly. Once you eat a bar of chocolate, give yourself about 5 to 20 minutes, you want to eat another sugary snack. And they also give us low energy. You find out that whenever you eat sugar, it ups your energy for about 5 minutes, and before you know what's happening, it literally just crashes your energy. And the side effect of eating too much sugar, again, it causes weight gain. So those are the side effects of eating too much sugar. Can I have the next slide? Oh, I love this slide. Each time we show this slide, and we normally ask people, so what do you see with this slide? Anybody want to answer? What do you think? Do you think the left-hand side is the good sugar and the right-hand side is the bad sugar? What do you think? That'll be really, really nice to hear from you guys. So do you think the left-hand side is the sugar that we should be having, or the right-hand side should be the sugar that we should be having? Oh, the left. So someone said the left-hand side. Yes. So the left-hand side ones should be the sugar that should be in, that we should be having. We should be getting them from our vegetables. We should be getting them from our fruit. And the right-hand side are the added sugar. They are the veg, and the junk we should eat is the left. Okay, we'll see. All right, can we have the next slide? So just to help us, if you have any questions, please type them here. The next slide. So just to also let you know, there are two types of sugar. You know, oftentimes people are like, well, there's only one sugar. No, there are two types of sugar. We've got the natural sugar, and we've got the added sugar, The natural sugar are found in fruit. They're found in dry fruit. They're found in smoothies, the ones you make in your house. They're found in milk. Milk has a natural sugar in it called lactose, and they're found in vegetables. So those are natural sugar. You find out that all these things I've mentioned, they are grown from the earth. The milk is milked from the cow, but the other things I've mentioned, they're produced from the earth. You the added sugar. So the added sugar is white sugar, the brown sugar, and honeys, you know, some syrups. So they're added. So for example, the sugar that comes from cake is been added. The sugar that comes from sweet is been added. The sugar that comes from jam, ketchup, sauce, fizzy drink, lots of the cereals we give our children, ice creams, they are added sugar, which means that they are processed sugar. And those are the sugars that we shouldn't be having too much of it in our diet. We should be eating more of the natural sugar than the added sugar. Can I have the next slide? And oftentimes, you know, I normally get people say, Seun, yes, I know, you know, sugar, but I don't know, yeah, cake causes diabetes. Yes, oftentimes when you eat too much sugar, yes, it can result in you having too much diabetes. One thing you also need to bear in mind is that the government in this day and age, there's so much into sugar. So what manufacturers have done over the years is they're beginning to be changing the name of sugar in a lot of the products they are adding in the supermarket. So oftentimes now they wouldn't just put they wouldn't just put sugar on a product anymore. And this PowerPoint is showing you 56 names of sugar. So oftentimes you pick up a product, you don't see sugar, but what they've done is they've hidden it under different names. So they've hidden it under barley malt, for example, that is processed sugar. They've hidden it under brown sugar. You know, oftentimes people tell me, oh, brown sugar is better. Brown sugar is still sugar. It's still the same as white sugar. They've hidden it under corn syrup. They've hidden it under cane juice, dextrose, galactose, rice syrup, you know, golden syrup, glucose. Those are the different names of sugar. And I want you to be paying attention to this when you go shopping. So when you're reading your labels, you're not just looking at sugar as a name, but you're looking at other types of different names of sugar, just to let you know. Someone, I think I have someone said in a chat, how is sorghum syrup pronounced? The honest truth is it, I'm trying to look for it. I understand. Okay, good. Yeah, so the next slide, please. And the next slide is just to show us the effect of sugar, because often when we talk about this sugar topic, we don't know the effect. And we talk to just on the children's teeth when you give them sugar. You know, whenever we show this picture, people are like, wow, I can't believe this. Are these children's real teeth? Yes, there are real teeth of children. As of last year, 250,000 children in London had to pull out their teeth, you know, and there were children below the age of 5. And this is what the effect of sugar does on their teeth. This is what he does. And you can just imagine the pain these children will have to go through for them to be able to remove all these teeth. Oftentimes, they'll probably have to put them into sleep to be able to get all these teeth out of their mouth. And that is why we like to always carry out programs to inform people that when we give our children too much sugar, these are the effects that it can have on their teeth. And the next slide is just to help us. So how do we even, how do we keep our children's teeth healthy? And, part of it is to ensure that we brush in regularly. So ensure that they brush regularly, brush in the morning, and also brush before they sleep. Ensure that your children visit the dentist. It's always very, very, very important. Please ensure that they visit the dentist at least, I think, once in 6 months or twice a year. Ensure that they floss if they can. Ensure that they eat sensibly, which means they have really reduced amount of added sugar in their diet, and also ensure that you look after their gums. So those are the ways you can begin to help your children to begin to have a healthy teeth, to begin to have a much more healthy teeth, even as they grow, even though we know that some of the teeth will eventually come out, but this will build a good foundation for them as they grow as adults. Okay, thank you very much for that. So the next slide, how much sugar is in that? So we're just gonna quickly play a game. Is it higher or lower? I brushed my teeth and I went to the dentist. Fantastic, yes, always do that. As children, as adults, it's so compulsory. Please do that. I had an infection in my teeth 2 years ago and I got 2 teeth out. Yeah, so you can see the effect of this product we eat, the effect they have on our teeth. So not only do they affect our bodies, they also affect our teeth. Okay, so the next picture. So we're gonna see the Coca-Cola. Yeah, so let's quickly play a game. Coca-Cola, can anybody guess how many teaspoons of sugar is in this bottle of 500 ml Coca-Cola? Just guess. There's no wrong or right answer. We're gonna see. Oftentimes, when we see this, we don't think of the amount of sugar in it. We just think, oh, I need to get a bottle of Coke. And you just grab it. But we do know that Coke is full of sugar. Coke is made up of added sugar and water. That's the only thing that is in Coke. Anybody want to quickly guess? How many teaspoons do you think, teaspoons of added sugar do you think is in this bottle of Coke? 8 teaspoons, okay. Let's see, are we right or wrong? The next slide, please. 11 teaspoons. So in a 500 ml bottle of Coke, this is not just 1 liter. This is not the 2-liter bottle. We're talking of the one you grab in the store. If you grab at the store by the till, or in Boots when you're picking up something from their fridge. So for every time you drink that bottle of Coke, you're drinking 11 teaspoons of sugar. That does absolutely nothing for your body. But as we've seen, the effect of sugar in the other slide. Thank you very much for that, Claire. The next slide, please. Digestive biscuit. I'm sure we definitely have lots of people that eat this. Oh my God, yeah. So it was 11 teaspoons of sugar. Yes, it was. Digestive biscuit. So this is the biscuit you pick up in the biscuit aisle. Digestive biscuit. Anybody wants to guess how many teaspoons of sugar in this? 6 teaspoons, you think? Okay, should we check? Can we have the next slide, please? 17 teaspoons of sugar. 17. So each time the packet of digestive biscuit you pick up in the store has 17 teaspoons of sugar in it. 17 teaspoons of processed sugar, which means it's even higher than the Coke that we've shown you. My friend has it. You see, 17 teaspoons of sugar. Thank you very much, Claire. The next one, please. Ooh, Cadbury dairy milk. This is one of the favorite. Every family always said, oh, we eat this, we eat this. And this is the medium-sized one, the medium-sized one. Anybody wants to get how many teaspoons of sugar? Ooh, 30 teaspoons. That was a very big one. You just jumped. Someone says 10. Okay. I like this. Everyone seems to be really interactive. Okay, let's see. Drum rolls. Let's see. 23 teaspoons. Oh, it's 19 teaspoons of sugar. 19 teaspoons of sugar. So you can just imagine that each time we pick all of this product I've shown you, they literally have no health benefit in them. Absolutely nothing they do for your body, except they give you the side effect of sugar. It has 19 teaspoons of processed sugar. And they'll never tell you that on the pack. The only reason you'll be able to read that is when you check the back of the label. And the last one, please. This is always the favorite with families. I've seen families say, this goes into our lunchbox. Mom's buys me this. Oh, all of my friend has it. 6 teaspoons. This is the medium size. This is not the lunchbox size. The medium size we're talking about. Someone says 6 spoons. No, 12 teaspoons. Claire, please, let's have the slide. The next slide, please. It's 20 teaspoons of sugar. 22. Just to let your sugar. Okay, Charlie says 25. Oh my God, yes. 22 teaspoons of sugar, which is equivalent to 22 cubes of sugar. And this is what goes into some of the favorite products that we buy or we even give our children, or we ourselves even eat as adults. See, it has a lot of sugar. Yes, it does. And that is why we love to deliver this health and well-being program, so that it can begin to help you to begin to choose better, to make healthier choices when you go to the store. So now sugar, 500 ml of Coke has 13 teaspoons, Digestive has about 17, Haribo's has about 22, and dairy milk has about 19. Thank you very much. Next slide. And the next slide is to just show us the daily recommendation for sugar that we can give our children. Daily recommendation of added sugar. This is to give you a guide. So children from age 4 to 6 should not have more than 5 cubes of sugar, but this is added sugar. You don't have to give them up to this. Children from 7 to 10 should not have more than 6 cubes, and children from 11 years old should not have more than 7 cubes. And most of the sugars, our children, or even as an adult, remember, should be coming from fruit, and they should be coming from vegetables. And you can buy the frozen vegetables, you can buy the fresh vegetables, you can buy the tin vegetables or the tin fruit also. You can do that to give them the added sugar recommendation. Okay, thank you very much for this. And the next slide, are you sugar smart? A couple of years ago, Jamie Oliver started a Sugar Smart campaign, which he rolled out to lots of schools. And he just wanted to begin to advise schools and also inform parents to begin to make a good choice when it comes to sugar. And just to let you know, is 4 grams of sugar is equivalent to 1 teaspoon of sugar. And what we've done, or what we're showing you on this slide, is your favorite drinks. So Coca-Cola, for example, the tin Coca-Cola, the Pepsi, the tin Pepsi, 7-Up, Lucozade, Dr. Pepper, Fanta Orange, Tango Orange. This is to show you the amount of sugar, processed sugar, added sugar that is in these drinks. The only thing that doesn't have sugar in it is water, and which is recommended you drink as much as you can daily. Water is the only drink that we would recommend that you drink as much as about 6 to 8 glasses of water daily to keep you hydrated. So the likes of Coke, Pepsi, 7-Up, Lucozade, Dr. Pepper, Fanta Orange, and Tango Orange has the sugar as listed in them. Lucozade, oftentimes they do advertise Lucozade as an energy drink, but it has 10 teaspoons of sugar. You can imagine. I drink all of my water yesterday. Yes. So how do we become sugar smart? The next slide, please. How do we become sugar smart? And this is the one I always tell people. One of the ways to begin to read your labels, one of the ways to begin to be sugar smart is to download an app on your phone. So there's an app on your phone called the Food Scanner app. I don't know if you want to write it down, Food Scanner. So if you go to your app store, for example, if you have an iPhone, for example, or if you have an Android phone and you go to your Play Store, please Google, just search for Food Scanner. They call it Food Scanner app. And what it will bring up for you, or you can just scan in, Food Scanner. I'm just scanning it on my phone too. Oftentimes it might come up as Change for Life Food Scanner, or Food Scanner Change for Life is going to come up as that. you know, it's going to come up as Change for Life Food Scanner. And what you can do is you can download the app for free. Download. Oh, but what about PC like me? No, it's not on the PC. It's on the phone. What they've done is it's an app. It's an app on your phone. Even the smallest Android phone will be able to do it. It's called Change for Life Food Scanner, and you can download the app. And each time you go shopping, turn the back of any product you're buying, and where the barcode is at the back, scan the product with your phone, and it will show you how many amounts of sugar, how many amounts of fat, and how many amounts of salt is in that food. A lot of the times, each time we've recommended that app, we've come back with a lot of people have come back to say, wow, that is like an eye opener for me. I didn't know the ketchup I used to buy. I didn't know the baked beans I used to buy. I didn't know the crepes I used to buy has lots of fat, sugar, and salt in it. And that can begin to help you to begin to make good food choices when you get to the store. So it's called Change for Life Food Scanner. You can download it for free on your app store on any of your phone. You can also go to the Change for Life website, which we're going to be talking about later. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, please. The next slide is just to inform us on how to begin to reduce our sugar intake. So how do I reduce my sugar intake? Always read your food label to see how much sugar is in the product. Never go by what they tell you in the front of a product. Go to the back and read your food label. You know, swap or switch your sugary drinks with no added sugary drinks like water, milk, pure fruit juice, and sugar-free fizzy drink. Choose unsweetened whole grain breakfast cereal that aren't frosted or coated with chocolate or honey. So for example, if you're going to be going for your breakfast, we normally recommend you do Weetabix, you do the oats for the children, and always read the label. Always read your label. All the cereal you see that says it's coated is coated. If a cereal will say it's frosted, is coated with honey, please, it's a no-no. Choose snacks without added sugar, just as fruits, unsalted nuts, breast sticks, they're very good, breast sticks with hummus, rice cakes or toast instead of sweet, biscuits, chocolate, cakes, and pastries. Also try extract. So instead of adding sugar to your recipe, use things like almond, vanilla extract, orange extract, or lemon extract. Choose unsweetened cereal and try adding some fruit for sweetness, which will contribute to your fiber a day. So for example, if you're giving your children Weetabix in the morning or oats, rather than put sugar in it, please cut up some apple, add some berries, add some bananas, add some raisins in there for you to be able to sweeten it rather than add sugar. And the next one is replace it completely. So enhance food with spices instead of sugar. So you can try things like ginger in your food in some recipe, the allspice, or the cinnamon and the nutmeg. They're very good. You can add them to your oats or your Weetabix. They give you a very sugary smell, so you don't miss the effect of sugar. And you can substitute your sugar. So you can swap out your sugar with unsweetened applesauce in recipe. I normally just make my own applesauce. I'll just buy some apple in the store, cook it, blend it, and my applesauce is ready. And the last tip is make 2 or 3 of your snack a healthy one. So if you're going to be having snack during the day, if you're always gravitating towards crepes or salted nuts, you can begin to make them much more healthy snacks. Do some fruit, do some yogurt and fruit, do some breadsticks and some hummus, or some bell pepper and some hummus. And the next slide, please. My snack is now orange. Well done. Yeah.
And just the good thing about we had a question about how much sugar is in honey.
Okay, so I wouldn't, honey on its own is pure sugar, it's added sugar, even though there's a lot of scientific evidence to say that honey doesn't come in processed sugar, it still comes under added sugar. Hence the reason when we tell people to consume honey, if you want to, we normally say you go for the organic honey or you go for the Mamuka honey, because those are the better range of good honey in store. All the honeys that you generally see in the store that is being sold for £1.99, they're not honey, they're literally sugar in the bottle. Yeah. I hope I was able to answer that question. Okay. What we normally also do is to set a SMART goal for the week. So just based on the information we've given you today, I would like you to begin to set a SMART goal. If you find out that maybe you're eating too much sugar or you're giving your kids too much sugar. So one of the SMART goals I would like you to set up for yourself is to choose 2 sugary drinks or food that you will reduce and stop eating and replace them with healthy snack. So just choose 2. We're not asking you to choose all the food you're eating, but just two sugary food or drink. So for example, if you'd love crepes or if you'd love donut, start replacing that with fruit. If you love fizzy drink, start replacing that with sugar-free fizzy drink. And also eat 5 portions of fruit and veg per day. The 5 portions is a government initiative that has been around for a couple of years, but even with all this information, a lot of people are still not eating the 5 a day as the government says. So yes, begin to take baby steps to eat your 5 a day. Add some banana into your breakfast in the morning, your sandwich in the afternoon, add some vegetables to it, and your jacket potato in the evening, have some vegetables with it, and you will be on your way to eating your 5 portions a day. And the next slide, please.
Just another
Thank you very much.
Another question that's come through is, how much sugar is there in yogurt?
Okay, so with yogurt, we would always tell you with yogurt, you should buy natural yogurt or buy Greek yogurt. If you go with the yogurt in store, so a lot of the yogurt in store that they have added fruit to it, we generally don't recommend it because they have lots of sugar in them. So always go for Greek and natural yogurt, then add your own fruit or your own sweetener to it. That is what we always, so yogurts are very good. They have sugar, but they have good sugar in it. They have lactose, which is the good sugar our body needs. But if you're going to sweeten Greek yogurt, which can be a bit sour at times, cut up some fruit into it. Please do not buy the fruit yogurt in store. They're made up of added sugar. Yeah.
We're getting quite a few questions in about how much sugar is in individual items, but perhaps people could use their new app to have a look at that, because we are running a little bit out of time today. So if you've got any more questions about how much sugar is in an item, find it in your fridge, in your cupboard, and use your new app to scan it.
Okay, so yeah, thank you very much, Claire, for that. So the next slide is the Sugar Smart website. If you need any more information, please visit the Sugar Smart website, www.sugarsmartuk.org. Lots of information, lots of recipe. Then the Change for Life website, oh my God, it's filled with so much information. You know, if you lost with ideas with lunch, breakfast, dinner for the family, for the children, God, affordable recipes that you can pick up in the store and you can ensure your children are eating healthy. Then we also have our own website, Newme-healthy lifestyle on our page. So it's www.lbbd.gov.uk/Newme-healthy-lifestyle. And you've got lots of information also on there on everything I've spoken about. And that's it from me today. And next week, I think we're back next week with my colleague. Thank you. We've got my colleague next week. Next week will be a really another. Thank you. Next week at 4 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. And if you want my slide, Claire, I don't mind giving them my slide. I can email it to you later. That is fine by me.
Yeah, excellent. I can share the slides out, and we'll just wait 1 minute to see if anyone's got any last questions. So type them in the chat box if you have got any more questions. No, I think we must have answered them all throughout the presentation. So thank you very much. Thanks again. That was a really informative session. And we hope to see everyone. Oh, someone's put a quick question in. Again, it's questions about individual foods. So perhaps we can just use the app or look at the food label to see how much sugar is in individual foods. So if there are no more questions, I think we'll finish it there. And thank you very much, and we'll see some of the families again next week.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.